At exactly 2:13 a.m. on a freezing night in November 1986, its piercing sound cut through the silence like a gunshot. Agents jumped from their desks. Coffee cups fell to the floor. Deep beneath Langley, Virginia, and men in dark suits rushed through underground corridors, while military officers shouted classified code no one had heard in years. Something had gone horribly wrong. 3 hours earlier, a Soviet informant had crossed into West Berlin carrying a black steel briefcase handcuffed to his wrist. He was bleeding, terrified, and repeating the same sentence over and over. If Moscow discovers this is gone, millions will die. Before American agents could question him further, a sniper's bullet tore through the hotel window and killed him instantly. The briefcase was rushed onto a military plane and flown directly to CIA headquarters under armed escort. Inside the case was a single file stamped with terrifying words: Project Kronos. At first, analysts believed it was another Soviet nuclear operation, but when CIA cryptographer Daniel Carter opened the file, his blood ran cold. Kronos was not a weapon. It was far worse. The documents described a secret Soviet strategy designed to destroy the United States from within without fearing a single missile. Over the course of decades, sleeper agents had infiltrated media companies, financial institutions, political circles, and intelligence networks. The mission was simple: divide Americans until the country collapsed under its own fear and paranoia. According to the file, the operation had already begun years earlier. Daniel stared at one sentence typed in faded Russian ink: "The greatest weapon is not war, but confusion." Suddenly, the lights inside the archive room shut off. For 3 seconds, the room was completely dark. Then the emergency generators kicked in. The file was gone. Panic exploded through the building. Security alarms screamed across every floor of Langley. Armed agents sealed exits, while internal investigators interrogated everyone who had touched the briefcase. But before sunrise, 3 CIA officers connected to Project Kronos were found dead. One in an elevator shaft, one inside a locked office. One had simply vanished, leaving behind only blood on the floor. Daniel realized something terrifying. This was no longer a Soviet threat outside America. The enemy was already inside. Over the following days, strange things began happening around him. His apartment had clearly been searched. A black sedan waited outside his building every night. Phone calls ended in silence. Even inside CIA headquarters, conversations stopped when he entered the room. Someone was watching him. Then came the tape.